Hello beautiful stars, thanks so much for tuning in. I am Astar and welcome to Source Light Star. So in this video we are gonna be channeling messages as to how to clear our subconscious mind field. So this theme has been coming up quite a lot in the last few weeks, and I thought it's very important to look deeper into this because actually 90% of what we are manifesting actually comes from subconscious programming. So that's why I thought it's very important to look into how to clear our subconscious mind field in order to manifest the things which are in alignment with our true desires. Because we are wanting to manifest from an empowered place where we know that our subconscious mind field is cleared and that we are attracting things from our most empowered state, instead of manifesting from the wounded parts that are still stored in our subconscious mind field. So for this reading, I have chosen the Moon card from the tarot decks that I have. And pile number 1 is going to be the Moon from the Fountain Tarot. Pile number 2 is the Moon from the Tarot of the Stars Eternal. And pile number 3 is going to be the Moon from the Shadowscapes Tarot. Now see which Moon card you feel most drawn to. If you know my readings, you might be aware that they are healing transmissions. So there definitely is a message for you in all of the piles. But if you feel drawn to one in specifically, there definitely is a helpful message for your situation right now. So you will find the timestamps in the description box, and I'm going to be seeing you in your reading. Hello, pile number 1. So this is your reading if you have chosen the Moon card from the Fountain Tarot. And today we are going to be looking into how to clear our subconscious mind field so that we can manifest from an empowered place. How does pile number 1 best clear their subconscious mind field? Or anything in regards to clearing the subconscious, anything we need to know in regards of clearing our subconscious. Okay, I'm gonna be using the fountain deck as well. How to clear our subconscious mind field. What does pile number 1 need to know in regards of clearing their subconscious? Okay, so let's see what we have. We have the Ace of Swords, Three of Pentacles, the good old Devil, Ten of Wands, let's see, Seven of Cups, the Devil again. Okay, wow. So there definitely are some subconscious patterns to burn away, but we will look deeper into what this means. Okay, I think you can see all the cards. Wait, let me check. Yes, that looks good. All right, so I will have to start with the Devil since it's coming up twice, but since it is coming up twice, it actually is... Okay, wow, I had to stop the recording again. So there are definitely a lot of attempts to derail you from your path. I definitely feel that there is a lot of restriction somehow, or you feel that there is a lot that you have to battle with, or every time you try to take action you feel someone comes in to challenge you, or every time you try to step up you feel that there is something coming in to hold you back from it. Like, this is the energy of the Devil. But again, knowing that this is only here so that it's actually teaching us how to be the king. Because if everything went smoothly, then we would maybe, like, if we would never experience struggle or restriction or this energy of being held back, then we would maybe not know how to handle the task of being a king. Because maybe if we would never have gone through all these hardships, we would not know how to tackle certain situations. So it's always about knowing that the devil is actually not our enemy, but if we're able to see it as our greatest teacher, then this is actually how we are transmuting the energy, where we are no longer a victim of the devil, but we actually almost see the devil as an ally in order to really connect with our power. And this is how we are then more powerful than the devil, instead of being suppressed by it or like under it. We're wanting to be over it by looking at our life from a higher perspective, and by knowing that everything the devil is trying to do is basically perpetuate illusion, perpetuate chaos. But then again, if we have reconnected with the truth of what chaos actually is, chaos is the potential for creation, the true chaos, the chaos void, the great void. This is where everything emerges from. But again, if we are demonizing that kind of chaos, that's the ultimate distortion, because what that does is actually making us afraid to explore our own potential, making us afraid to explore our own darkness. But when I say exploring our darkness, it doesn't mean to explore only our shadow, or to only explore, let's say, past life trauma or like triggers. But this actually means the vastness of the universe, the vastness of who we are. And obviously knowing that we are not separate from that. Yes, we are the king, we are our soul, but we are also the moon, we are also the great void, we are also complete chaos and darkness and silence. But if we are afraid to look into the positive chaos, let's say, then again, we never are able to reconnect with our fullest potential. So in order to let go of this illusion, of this restriction of the devil, we're wanting to make peace with our shadow. Again, knowing that our shadow is where everything emerges from, because the Empress would not be the Empress if from the great void all of creation would not come. Because of the great void, because of the darkness, because of the chaos, something that is creation can emerge as a new order. But this new order, the new shape, the new form, the new soul, a new being, a new star, can only be born from a pre-created state that is chaos, that is the great void, that is the darkness. But again, it's not an evil darkness. So everything that is evil, let's say, is just the illusion. And knowing that, yes, evil is an illusion, and that everything is grounded in love. Even the most challenging and painful experiences that are happening in our life, they are still grounded in love. Because again, it's Source showing up as a harsh teacher in order to teach us the lessons of how to become the King of Wands. And this is all of our destiny. And this is basically our shared destiny, our collective destiny. We are all destined to reach spiritual enlightenment, because we are all destined to transcend creation, to transcend the great void, and to go back to the transcendental oneness, to the transcendental source, basically. So, and let's see what else we have. I'm being called to pull some oracle cards as to how to clear our subconscious mind field. Anything we need to know in regards of clearing our subconscious mind field. How to clear the subconscious. Okay, there we go. So we have sovereignty. Yes, that's exactly what I was channeling about the King of Wands. Family of light. Oh, love it. And angelic wands. So 111 is a confirmation for some of you. You are very, very close at manifesting the thing you always wanted to manifest. The reason why it hasn't showed up yet is because you first needed to really understand your true power and your true potential. With sovereignty coming through, like, this is exactly what it is. So immunity to hooks. Now that you have connected with your divine self, now that you have done the work of also soul retrieval is coming through, like you are coming through as a soul who is not afraid to look into the depth of the moon being our subconscious but also the unconscious. This is again not only talking about healing ancestral karma, but this also has to do with like the mastery of creation. Like you have traveled throughout all the realms, you have really gained a lot of experience on a soul level, and you're definitely coming through as a soul who has seen it. You have gone through it, you have done the work, you have faced your shadows, and precisely because of that you are emerging as a sovereign being, where you are just immune to the hooks of the devil, immune to all the things which are trying to hold you back. But then you see, if the manifestation would have come in and at an earlier point, you maybe would not have gotten the chance to really get to know your power, because maybe you never had to, if everything went smoothly, if your manifestation was coming in earlier, then again you would be there without first embodying the King of Wands first. And so it's a completely different experience, because maybe before, if the manifestation would have come in before, then it would still operate from either the energy of the Ten of Wands, where you would be then overwhelmed, because you would then maybe acting too much from the ego and thinking you have to do everything on your own, and then just with this overwhelming energy it would not have been sustainable, and it would have turned out into maybe a job that is unfulfilling, or a relationship that doesn't give you what you desire, or this is just the energy of overwhelm. So the reason why it has not shown up yet, it was actually spirit protecting you from overwhelm or from misaligned energies. But since now you have done the work of clearing your subconscious and being made to feel you actually have done a lot already, so since we are talking about how to clear our subconscious, the message coming through, you have done the work already and it is working, and maybe you are doubting whether you have done enough because certain things have not shown up yet. But again, Spirit is coming through to let you know that this is part of your initiation. But right now, 111, you are there basically. So it wouldn't shock me if the manifestation has shown up for you right now, or like in this period, or is about to for you, because 111 is always talking about it being manifested, it being solidified, it actually being created, also with the Empress, the birthing of a new chapter, the birthing of the King, basically, the birthing of your divine sovereign being. Like it's imminent, it's just about to happen for you. But again, there is an element of divine timing, and knowing that the reason why you felt that you were being restricted from it, or it was being held back from you, was actually, it has to do with your awakening. So it was part of your spiritual awakening. It was always meant to happen this way. And please don't ever think that you're alone. Please don't ever think that you don't have the support, because actually your life path is super important, not only for your own soul, but this really has to do with the collective. So number 9 is also talking about the closing of a cycle. With the angelic ones, it's talking about divine healing, but this is really coming through as the divine healing of your soul's lineage, but also for humanity, so that we can all embody the King of Wands and we can all live life like the Empress, so that we can see the beauty of creation. So basically, the work that you have been doing in clearing your subconscious mind field has to do with changing the narrative from Earth being a nightmare to Earth being a dream. So everything that felt like a nightmare in your life, know that it's there because you're meant to live the dream. So everything that you perceive as a nightmare, maybe you have been going through a lot of challenges when it comes to maybe, again, things not showing up, your manifestations not showing up, opportunities not showing up, finances maybe not showing up, your soul tribe maybe not showing up, whatever you felt that was being held back from you, whatever this nightmare is for you, know that you are meant to experience the exact opposite of that. And this is part of your soul's mission, basically. This is almost your, not even a gift. This is not a gift. This is part of what is meant for you. Like happiness is your birthright, bliss is your birthright, and feeling abundant in your divinity is your birthright. So it's not even a blessing or a gift, but it's almost like Source is giving you everything that was always meant for you. And yes, the way we get there is by facing a lot of challenges. But that's precisely the reason why we're here. We actually chose to incarnate on earth to face the darkness and the devil. Now here I'm talking about the active chaos. The active chaos of everything that's going on in this earth plane, all the imbalance, all the looking for a validation in the outside world, looking for a meaning in the outside world. Like you chose actually to experience this chaos in order to again reconnect with your divine light, but in a completely different way. That's why Earth is such a powerful planet when it comes to truly, truly healing our soul, truly healing our lineage. Like it's a super powerful training arena that has to do with really activating our sovereign divine being, but again in a way like never before. So that's why you're coming through as a master, as a healer, as a teacher, as someone to look up to, because you know what it takes to get there. You know what it's necessary to build an empire with the empress and the king. Like you have leadership abilities, and all the darkness that you faced and all the challenges that you faced, they were here to prepare you for just that. And with the Empress, it's looking super promising, because the Empress is like ultimate abundance, ultimate, yeah, it's actually the chaos fulfilling its purpose. So just as much as creation emerges out of the chaos of the great void, the same thing is bliss, joy, and happiness emerges out of the chaos of being grounded in illusion. So facing the darkness, the illusion, and the fear and the uncertainty is almost the fuel that helps us to really be happy and to really embody our divinity. With the butterflies, this explosion of butterflies, an explosion of transformation, and then the victory is so much sweeter. If everything went smoothly from the beginning on, then it's a completely different feeling to sit on that throne instead of working your way there. Like if the throne was being given to you from your birth, then you would not enjoy being the king because it's just normal for you. But if you come from a place of struggle, if you come from a place of facing a lot of challenges and darkness, when you then sit on that throne, you're like, oh wow, I deserve to be here because I know what it takes to really get my place. That you deserve your place by understanding that you are a sovereign divine being. You understand that you are the king by claiming your throne. And again, this is your birthright. This is what was always meant to be for you. You were always meant to win. You were always meant to emerge victorious, to be the empress and to be the king. And everything that makes you believe otherwise, everything that tries to keep you in a victimhood mentality, know that it's already done basically. So continue doing what you're doing. That's what I want to tell you. So anything you have been doing in order to clear your subconscious mind field, it is working. And I'm being made to feel you're here right now. You're here right now where you're finally starting to see all these options that are readily available for you. And again, when you choose to drink from the golden nectar, when you choose the cup that is in the highest alignment with your soul, when you basically walk your dharma, when you walk the path that is already laid out in front of you, then you can only win, like the King of Wands and the Empress, and all the abundance and all the happiness, all the joy, all the bliss is just flowing to you, because again, it is your birthright, and you have done the work to help all parts of your being believe that you're worthy. Because again, most of the times, consciously we think we are worthy and deserving of this, but then subconsciously it's telling us a whole different story. But you are not afraid to face the devil. You're not afraid to look at the core, the root cause of what is perpetuating this inner critic. Why is there this inner critic? Why is the inner critic present? Where is this voice coming from? Really tuning in, looking at your shadow, taking a deep dive, but then knowing that you shall always emerge as the butterfly. here with butterfly wings. Beautiful, beautiful energy. And you are a dragon. You are a divine sovereign being. And right now, as a result of the work that you have been doing, you're immune to the devil. You're like, what do you even want? Like, you have no power here. You can go, and then it's not necessary for the devil to show up anymore because you have learned the lesson. Beautiful, beautiful energy. So this was your message for today. I really hope you resonated, and please let me know if you did. And also please feel free to share any of your techniques that you might be having to clear your subconscious. Like if you know any specific vibration or frequency or any technique that you're using, please definitely let me know in the comments. And if you would like to stay tuned for the other messages, you can stay tuned. Otherwise, this was your message for today. Thanks so much for tuning in. And I'm also offering personal readings, so you can always reach out to me on my email address for that. And again, I hope you are enjoying yourself. Thanks so much for watching again. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye, much love. Hello, pile number 2. So this is your reading if you have chosen the Moon card from the Tarot of the Stars Eternal. And the first message that is coming through is actually you have definitely been in Egypt in your past lifetimes. So you might feel a connection with Anubis, or also Ra is coming through, Isis, Osiris, like you resonate with Kemetic teachings. There's a strong first message. But we are now actually looking into how to clear our subconscious mind field. What can we do to clear our subconscious mind field? Anything we need to know about our subconscious? How can we manifest from our most empowered place? I'm actually going to be using these messages from your subconscious, anything that we need to know in regards of clearing your subconscious. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. All right, let's see what we have. High Priestess, 7 of Cups again. So for some of you, there are some messages in pile number 1 as well. 7 of Cups has been showing up. So then we have 5 of Scepters, Queen of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. Wow, okay. So there are definitely messages for you in pile number 1 as well. But again, if you know my readings, then you probably know that you can watch all the 3 piles and there is always going to be a message, hopefully, that resonates. But yeah, let's see. Let's see. And the Devil again. Okay, wow. So yes, it's definitely coming through as a confirmation and a continuation of pile number 1. So I'm being made to feel in this pile specifically, the way you clear your subconscious mind field is actually by owning your divinity, owning your magic skills, owning your everything that makes you the High Priestess, because you definitely come through as a healer, a channel, a spiritual being. Like you definitely have been practicing witchcraft. That's why I've been feeling also this energy of Egypt. You definitely have been on earth in ancient times. You have been practicing magic. Like I'm being made to feel you are my spiritual pile. For those of you who maybe even have a spiritual career or are super connected to spirit, the way you clear your subconscious mind field is actually by using your magic. So again, this can be talking about using spells, using rituals. Candle magic is also coming through. Manifestation rituals, moon rituals. Like there is actually a big focus on using your abilities, because part of the reason why you might be feeling blockages in the subconscious, or the devil, or a restriction, or anything that you think is stagnant in your life, the reason why you might be experiencing these blocks is actually so that you are starting to explore your magical toolbox. That's what I'm hearing. So it's actually spirit coming through to almost put these challenges on your path or these roadblocks in your subconscious so that you actively start working on exploring your magic, exploring your skills. It's actually helping you to get to know your own magical toolbox. Because again, I've been talking about it in pile number 1 already. The devil is not something to be afraid of. The devil is not our enemy. But if we are able to see the devil as our friend or our teacher, this is then how we transmute it, how we transmute the energy from being a victim into being the master over it, the master over our lower nature. But then obviously if we are limited by fear, if we are afraid to connect with our power, afraid to look into our magic, afraid to explore our magic, then we are being held down by the devil. And then the devil is not really fulfilling its purpose. Because yes, the purpose of the devil is to create chaos and confusion and to put roadblocks in our way, but only so that we can awaken and we can expand. And it's the purpose of the devil is not to limit us, but it's actually to help us expand, to help us grow. But we want to see it as such. Instead of seeing ourselves as a victim from certain circumstances, alchemizing the way we look at it, alchemizing the situation, and actually seeing this opportunity to face our shadow as an opportunity to really get to know our magic, really get to know what we are capable of. So when we are then successfully able to cast out the devil or to cast out all these negative inner voices, then we actually see like, oh wow, look at how capable I am of healing, or look how good I am at doing what I'm doing, look how good I am at reading tarot cards or doing whatever. So this is actually helping you understand your own power, helping you understand what you are capable of. And with the 7 of Cups, looking at all the options that you have to actualize your creative potential. Like the reason why maybe some of you also felt stuck, not really knowing where to put your focus in, where to put your energy in, was actually an opportunity to, there is a message of you were almost forced to be in survival mode for quite a while so that you could come up with innovative ideas on how to maybe create an income, or maybe you were in a toxic relationship for quite a while so that you could really use this as a mirror to get to know your own shadows in a way, and then almost like, okay, now I'm ready for the next, or now I'm ready for the abundance, or now I'm ready for things to flow. Like there is almost a feeling of, this is talking about you on a higher self level, you on a soul level. You have almost agreed to be in this devil energy for quite some time. The lack of something in your life, the lack of flow of finances, of support or whatever, wherever you felt lack in your life, it was actually here to serve as a training in order to again come up with these innovative ideas of actualizing yourself. And this doesn't have to do only with money or with relationships. This can also have to do with your purpose in general, like coming up with something innovative again. So for example, if you felt a lack of joy or fulfillment, the lack of passion, then it was actually an invitation from spirit to explore on different ways on how to bring in more passion, or explore what it means to be happy for you. And if that restriction was not coming in, then maybe you would not have had the chance to then really get to know your toolbox. So this is how we alchemize the energy by, so the way we heal this, the way we transmute this is actually not by healing that pattern, but actually by looking at it from a different perspective. By again not seeing the devil as an enemy, but seeing it as a teacher. By not looking at the restrictions like a problem in our life, but actually seeing the potential in that situation, and this is again how we move away from victimhood mentality, where we are then being held back by the devil, to actually changing the perspective by looking at this whole situation from the perspective that actually the devil is helping me to reach my highest potential. All these restrictions are here to really help me get to know how I can build my empire. because with the Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles is always talking about material abundance, but especially in this deck, it's actually material abundance that comes from the work of soul retrieval. Because here I'm also being taken to Osiris, like all the work of really looking deeply into your soul, really deeply reconnecting with your magic. This is what is helping you also create a lot of financial abundance. So the way abundance comes into your life is actually by exploring your magic, by exploring your high priestess self, and by weighing your options, by actually looking at how much you're capable of doing. Maybe you're not really very good at fitting into our matrix, but maybe you're not meant to fit into the matrix. Maybe you're meant to come in as a magician, as a high priestess, as an artist, as an innovative. Like, this is very much an innovative energy coming through. And I'm being made to feel that this innovative energy is actually what has been attracting these shadow energies to you. Because they were challenged, they saw the potential of your light, they saw the potential of what your light is capable of doing, the innovation that you bring in by embodying your magic, and that's why all these shadow energies were attracted to you, because they felt almost challenged in their power. But you overcame every single one of them. You didn't allow any of these restrictions or inner critics or inner voices to hold you back. And this is precisely what has helped you put on a very thick shield. A very thick shield in a sense of not necessarily needing to guard your heart, but actually this is talking about setting very healthy boundaries. So this is actually what the devil has been helping you with. So the devil has been challenging your boundaries, maybe attacking you over and over again, so that you could learn how to get a very strong shield where no one is able to tamper with you anymore. And the Queen of Cups is actually talking about emotional stability. This is about being grounded with your emotions, controlling your emotions and not being controlled by them, but still doing it in a very nurturing energy and a very grounded energy. So very grounded in the earth realm and very grounded with your emotions. So all the chaos you have been facing was actually here to prepare the ground for financial stability, but also emotional stability, or just stability in general. Like, we cannot have stability in one area without having it in the other. So the overall stability in your life comes as a result of embodying your magic and not being restricted by the inner critic of the devil in any way. And this training of constantly trying to emerge and then being held back, and then trying to emerge again and being held back, like this back and forth, basically, that's what I'm feeling. This back and forth was training your spiritual muscle, was allowing you to refine your field. That's what I'm hearing. Because we have the lion coming up twice, so Leo energy coming up twice. You are meant to be some sort of a leader. You're meant to be seen for your story, like your story is meant to be shared. You are definitely coming through as someone who is meant to be seen on the stage, or write a book, or be a teacher, a healer, a mentor, like something that has to do also life path, not number. North Node in Leo is also coming through, that you're meant to be seen, you're meant to be an actor or a role model in a way. And again, everything that went on before this was actually adding to this expertise. A very similar energy to pile number 1, but the way this is coming through is actually very much putting a focus again on your magical abilities and really using your magic, using all the skills that you have in your magical toolbox. And I'm actually very curious to find out, or obviously I allow Spirit to say whatever Spirit wants to say, but maybe we see anything regards of your gifts. How can you use your gifts to clear the subconscious mind field? How can you use your magical abilities to clear your subconscious mind field? This one wants to come out. So let's see, travel. Yes, Leo energy. So it's coming through as a confirmation. Okay, with the travel, this is very, very strongly taking me to astral travel. So you definitely have a gift of remote viewing is what I'm hearing. So astral traveling in general, like this is not only lucid dreaming, but this can also be the ability to retrieve information by tuning into the space, or like this is, again, yeah, astral travel, inner and outer journeys, but more so believing in your inherent ability to have wings to fly, basically. Like the high priestess is also talking about this Isis energy, having wings to fly, throughout the realms, basically, with the travel. But obviously traveling throughout the realms, we are traveling in our physical vessel, maybe by traveling on an airplane, but we're also traveling with our astral body, by traveling throughout the higher ethers, with our causal body, by moving into the ocean of the subconscious or the unconscious. So with the travel, this is actually the way you clear your subconscious mind field, is by knowing that you are able to travel throughout all the realms of creation, that you are the dragon, basically. And when we understand that we are a dragon, so that means that we have the perspective of the ocean, which is the unconscious, the serpent energy, but we also have the perspective of the astral realm, of the higher realms, the angelic realms, the bird realms, basically. We are the bridge in the middle between the unconscious and the superconscious, between the past and the future. Like we are, when we understand that we are the bridge between the dimensions, when we understand that we are able to travel with all of our bodies, not only the physical body, but also the astral body and the causal body, then this is really what is turning us into masters, basically. This is what is turning us into dragons. So in order to activate our dragon, we need to understand that we have access to all the realms of creation. And then again, if our intention is to clear our subconscious mind field, then we don't need to do it with our human body. So this is a very specific message. There is almost this feeling of, in order to heal or to clear our spiritual body, there is almost this belief that our physical body has to do something about that. But that's actually not the case, because actually when we want to clear our subconscious mind field, the best way to do it is actually by using our astral body to do so. So this is very much talking about working with dreams, where we don't actually have to have such a presence in the work. Like the thing is, very often we might think we need to repeat affirmations every day, or we need to do yoga every day, or we need to have a certain routine in the physical body every day in order to clear our subconscious. But that's not always the case, because most of the times actually it's happening much easier. Instead of forcing our physical body to do certain tasks every day, it's actually by knowing that we are masters in the higher realms as well, and simply by setting the intention, by using the power of the word and stating that, for example, I set the intention to clear my subconscious mind field while I'm in dream space, in the dream space, or I allow my guides, my spirit guides, to cleanse my astral body while I'm sleeping, or things like that, and then just allowing it to happen on its own accord, without needing to excessively force ourselves. Because really, with the peace beyond survival, there is almost this message coming through that we don't have to fight all the time. Yes, the reason why you maybe had to fight in certain situations in your life was so that you could learn how to build a very strong boundary in the physical, so that people are not overstepping your boundaries, so that people are not sucking on your energy. Like, it's really about having a firm boundary energetically with you. But then also there is this other aspect of knowing that we don't have to be super active all the time, knowing that we don't have to force ourselves to again repeat affirmations all the time, because actually the way we clear our subconscious mind field is by using our subconscious body, the astral body, in order to navigate the subconscious. So this is very much again talking about dreams, healing with dreams, but also maybe if you don't resonate with dream work in general, this could actually mean about doing it your way, because you know what is best for you, you know what works for you. And maybe you have been listening to all these videos, just do these simple manifestation tricks and your dream life will manifest. And no, if this doesn't resonate for you, if it doesn't feel authentic to you, then you have a different way of manifesting, or you have a different way of healing trauma or reprogramming your subconscious mind field. Like what Spirit is wanting to let you know through this reading is that you know best how to do it, and continue doing it because it's working. Continue exploring your magic, use your magic, invoking, using the power of the word, connecting with the dreams, with your spirit guides in dreams, learning more about astral traveling, or learning more about your light body. Because the more we are able to, yes, the better we are able to navigate with our astral body, the better we are also able to navigate our subconscious and clear the subconscious. So there is very much this message of the physical body is not going to heal the astral body. We use the astral body in the astral realm to navigate the astral realm. So there is something about the distinction between the two, but obviously knowing that it's all interwoven, so it's not really separate. Like, let's say if our astral body is very weak, then it's also having an influence of the physical body. And then again, if we only focus on the physical body, then our astral body might not be. Like, obviously there needs to be a balance between both, but in this case specifically, it's really talking about making peace with the energy of peace. So making peace, like letting go of subconscious blockages or patterns, not by taking the source and creating more noise and more chaos, by maybe forcing ourselves to do too much, but actually by almost allowing yourself to heal in sleep without you needing to do anything excessively. Because this is actually part of the flow of creation, like the flow of creation, the flow of joyfulness. It's very much, this is helping you bring in more ease when it comes to anything, like anything you try to manifest or heal. It's really about taking a step back and allowing the universe to heal us, allowing the healing energy to flow through us, and actually knowing that all the blockages that we might be facing, most of them are actually self-imposed, or most of them are actually coming from the devil that is trying to create a split between what is good, what is bad, should I go this direction or that direction. But then knowing that the soul knows which direction to go. The soul knows that it's okay to rest. The soul knows that everything you need is going to be delivered to you. But then when we start to be stressful, oh my God, and what if it's not the case? What if I'm not going to get there? What if it's not going to work out? All these what ifs, they're trying to create this chaos. They're trying to create this, this is basically the challenge again. This comes back to learning boundaries. And I feel the biggest thing that can support you, if you really have to look at practical things, again, it's this energy of ordering your thoughts, knowing yourself on a deeper level. So if you resonate with journaling, for example, or if you resonate with just talking. So yes, clarity of thought, that is the way how you can conquer the devil. Because again, the devil is just trying to create this mental confusion or this mental split in a way. Like every time we try to, or every time we are doubting ourselves, every time we are almost freezing in this freeze mode and then thinking of going this direction or that direction, like this is the restriction of Saturn. The restriction of Saturn is basically bringing in the confusion so that we don't know how to take action or how to move forward. But again, the antidote to that is actually clearing our thought waves, clearing the thought waves of the mind, clearing the ripples, And then when the mind is still, when there is no flow of ripples, of noise, of confusion, then we can really tune with our inner voice, the inner voice of our soul that always knows, the underlying current of creation, like the connecting to the light that heals, basically. Again, the healing that happens on its own accord without thinking that we need to do so much, like the thinking that we need to do a lot in order to heal, or again, forcing ourselves or like pushing ourselves to the limit. All of this is coming from this devil energy. And with the peacemaker, this is really about, again, making peace with by embodying a peaceful energy, instead of forcing ourselves to have peace by making war. So we are not wanting to make war with the devil and approaching it like, I don't know, with a very masculine energy, but actually just by observing the patterns, acknowledging them, loving them, and releasing them. Releasing them into the flow of creation, allowing again the universe to heal for us, allowing the healing to happen on its own accord. And this is why it's talking about the peacemakers. Also, yes, your spirit guides, they're really, really helping you with this healing right now, or with clearing your subconscious, because again, everything that you went through, all the healing that you were doing, was preparing you to move from the lamb to the lion. So you are a very gentle soul, you are a very pure being, and if you came into this world with this purity, but without first having this shield, then this world is gonna rip you apart, literally. Like if you come in with such a pure angelic energy, without first knowing how to set boundaries, like it's not gonna work. Like people would literally be sucking your energy, like you would be attracting only energy vampires who would then take advantage of you, or like, because you come in with this beautiful pure love, beautiful pure heart, and you first needed to go through these challenges in order to build this strong foundation, in order to build this strong shield, so that you approach your pure wisdom, but through the energy of a lion. So again, the energy of the lion, you are meant to be seen for who you are. You are meant to be a leader, a teacher, a role model, whatever. With this Leo energy, it's about being seen on a stage. And again, now you have learned what you needed to learn in order to approach your energy, but through the eyes of the lion, instead of the eyes of the sheep. But again, the sheep is coming through as your innocence, your purity. That purity is still inside of your being. You are still pure, you're still embodying this pure angelic energy. But you needed to learn how to apply it in this earth realm. And the way we learn it is actually by facing the shadows of this realm. And that's why I'm being made to feel you have also been letting go of a lot of ancestral karma, because if we show up as the lion in this realm, in this time, as our magical being, then we will really be facing a lot of energies that try to attack that. Because again, it's this innovative energy, this energy of healing, of really once for all letting go of these ancient timelines where the divine feminine was being suppressed, where magic was being targeted, where it's just like we all know it is ancestral healing that needs to take place. And since these shadow energies know that you're here to make to put all of this an end, like to really say, okay, no more of this. Now we come in to bring peace. Now we come in to bring heaven on earth, and we come in to activate our magic again. Precisely because you come in as this powerful soul. This is the reason why you maybe had to face even more shadows and even more darkness and even more energies that try to challenge that aspect, because these shadow energies, they knew that when you come in, then it's game over. Then it's like, because you come in as the lion, you come in as this warrior soul. But again, the way you bring peace to this earth realm is by approaching everything with peace. And that also includes the way you heal, or the way you let go of unbalanced subconscious patterns. So again, it's not about forcing yourself to say affirmations or to make prayers or to like really push your physical body, but actually by knowing that you are the high priestess, knowing that you have the support from the whole universe, knowing that you just have to set the intention, then obviously believing in that, because what the devil does, it will try to make you question your power, it make you question your creative abilities in a way. But once you have let go of that, even if there is doubt coming in, you still hold your ground. If you have mastered holding your ground, clearing your mind, not allowing the noise of the mind to derail you, if you have mastered that, then you have mastered creation. Then you have mastered, literally, you are a master of creation, you are a magician, because then it means that you are not limited by your lower self, and you are gracefully embodying your higher self. And the more you explore your magic, the more you get to know your toolbox, the easier life will become for you. Because then you're just attuning to the flow, and then there is no longer the need for the devil to be in your life, because you have learned what you needed to learn. You have learned how to set strong boundaries, and you have learned to balance your emotions. So now you can flow with creation, and even if there is chaos, you know how to hold your ground. The stillness amidst turmoil is what I'm hearing. Like you have mastered to keep the balance. You have mastered to still the waves of the mind. And this is what it means to reprogram our subconscious mind field. To no longer be limited by the noise that is being created from the ripples that are still coming from our subconscious. Like you have learned to still the ripples, and as a result you have not only healed your inner child, healed past life trauma, reprogrammed your subconscious mind field, but you have also reconnected with your magic in a completely new way. Being made to feel you definitely have been on Earth in Atlantean times as well. So this was always part of your soul's journey, to then experience the fall of Atlantis and to come back to reactivate that magic. Many, many, many souls, if not all the souls who have perished in the waves or who have experienced the fall of Atlantis, they are here to redeem the soul, basically, or to make peace again, to like really once for all let go of these ancient splits and to make peace just by existing. And that is what is our birthright, to be a peaceful expression of divine source light. And the way, again, you quiet the voices that make you think otherwise is by fully embodying your magic and exploring your magical, your creative potential. Very, very powerful energy. I definitely feel that this year is going to be very exciting for you. We have the number 8, and this makes me think of the year of the dragon 2024. This is obviously a timeless reading, but the moment you tune into this reading is really the moment where, yes, movement comes in that is really making you feel fulfilled on a heart level. Like your heart it's going to make your heart sing, because new opportunities are coming in for traveling. Like you're also learning how to navigate the realms better, like also you growing your wings. So I really see outer travel, but also inner travel, and the inner and outer travel, which are basically bringing in more magic in your life, more flow in your life, and just this peaceful energy, this gentle power, gentle strength. And this gentle strength is precisely what people are looking up to you, because you're able to embody this gentle strength. You're able to gracefully embody your higher self, but at the same time you also know how to conquer the deepest of darknesses. And this is what we need. We need empowered role models and healers and leaders who have the perspective of both realms, of the physical realm and the spiritual realm, of the conscious and the subconscious, of being assertive and masculine, but also being gentle and feminine. Like it's the mixture of all of it, and you bring that to the table. And that's why you are meant to be seen with this Leo energy. And know that right now, all that's been happening up until this point was preparing you for that, preparing you, your shield, basically. Or like the devil was here as your teacher. That's what I want to say. So if you see the devil as your teacher, if you see the subconscious patterns as something that support you instead of limit you. This is how you alchemize it. This is how you change the narrative. And this is how you emerge as once more the magical being that you are, but in a new realm, with new circumstances, new games, new rules, and you even have mastered this. So congratulations is coming through as well for the work that you have been doing, for the mastery that you have already reached within yourself, and knowing that from now on, there is much more flow in your life, much more ease. Again, everything that felt like a nightmare is gonna be turning into the most beautiful dream of them all. Beautiful energy. So thank you so much for tuning in. I really hope you resonated with the messages. Please let me know if you did. And also if you have any technique on how to clear your subconscious mind field, anything that you're using and it's working for you, please definitely let me know in the comments. And I'm also offering personal readings, so you can reach out to me at any time. And again, I really hope you're having a good time. I really hope you're thriving and enjoying yourself. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye, much love. Hello, pile number 3. So this is your reading if you have chosen the Moon card from the Shadowscapes Tarot. And again, in this reading, we are looking at how to clear your subconscious mind field. Anything we need to know in regards of clearing your subconscious. Anything we need to know about how to manifest from an empowered place. So one more. I'm gonna be using this one. Messages from your subconscious mind field, anything we need to know in regards of clearing your subconscious. Zack, there we go. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords, Knight of Wands, Ten of Swords, Six of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Temperance, okay, that's beautiful. Ooh, the Magician and the Eight of Wands. Love this energy for you. So, let's see. The question is how to clear and cleanse your subconscious mind field. And it's very beautiful because the first thing that I'm noticing is that the Queen of Swords, this is actually the cover of... Do I even have it here somewhere? Wait, I think I have it. The cover of the Shadowscapes Tarot. And I always take this as a synchronicity that you are on the right path. So, and this is actually showing up as the first card. So you're definitely doing the right thing right now. If you are questioning that, or if you think, am I doing the right thing? Am I on the right path? Definitely yes. And with the Queen of Swords, this is actually very beautiful. This is coming through as someone who is not affected by their past. So you have really learned to integrate the lessons, everything that happened in your life, and almost use it as your wisdom, or use it as your fuel, use it as the way you move forward. Like there is something about your healing journey, something about everything that you have gone through in your life that is really, yeah, it's gonna bring you a lot of a good reputation is what I'm hearing, very interestingly. So you're definitely meant, very similar energy, like you're all meant to be some sort of a guide or a healer or a teacher, or definitely meant to help other people in their healing process. And so if we are really committed to healing ourselves, healing our souls, to really, if our intention is to heal basically, then it is never stopping only with us. Then we will always do something to contribute to the healing of the collective. Because we understand that our own healing is somehow dependent on the healing of the entire collective. Because we cannot truly thrive if, let's say, the whole earth is suffering. So again, if we are truly committed to heal ourselves at our core, then we are also committed to contribute to the healing of the collective. And that's why I feel that in all the piles, the energy was coming through of someone who is working as a healer or a mentor or a teacher or anything, even if you don't want to be in the spotlight or if you don't feel like you're meant to be on stage or things like that, like just making an impact for your local community. This is already what this could be talking about, because again, if we really are committed to healing ourselves, then it doesn't stop with us. Then we continue donating to charity or doing creative projects that can really help, because again, we can only be healthy and happy and thrive if everyone is healthy and happy and thrive. So all of humanity needs to ascend. We all need to heal in order to be fully at peace. So that's why with the Queen of Swords, you're very much coming through as someone who has a very grounded energy and a very clear energy. And everything that went on in your life didn't take away that purity from you. Like you were always able to still see the lesson in certain things. You were always able to still see the light in even the darkest of things. And this is precisely why you have chosen to come in, to maybe let go of a lot of ancestral karma as well, because with the Ten of Swords and being made to feel what you are clearing from your subconscious, this has nothing to do with you personally, but this has all to do with all these collective energies that your ancestors were not able to transmute. So you really come in as an earth angel, you come in as an ascended master, a healer, a guide, again, an ascended soul who is equipped with the tasks necessary to provide the true teachings or to provide the true healing or to provide that which then actually helps us to let go of all these swords. With the Ten of Swords, this energy of being defeated. So everywhere where your ancestors felt disempowered, felt defeated, all of this is still part of our subconscious or unconscious mind field. So all these voices that make you feel like you're either not good enough or not worthy enough or not capable enough, you know that these are not your voices. You know that these are not coming from you personally as a human, but they're actually these ripples from these ancient times that are still trying to hold on to anything that's just possible. They just try to take hold on any person or soul who is there, basically. So since you are committed of doing the work, since you're committed to let go of these shadows, to look at these shadows, to really take out the sword one by one and nurturing it with love and care and kindness and gentleness and sweetness, this is how we then truly heal. And before I even continue, I'm actually told to pull some oracle cards as well. So let's see how they are complementing the readings. Okay, what do we have to know about clearing your subconscious mind field? Beautiful. Okay, we have the New Man. Then we have the Dolphin Baby. Lemurian origin, that's very beautiful. Oh, and dolphins again. Okay, wow. And it's actually very interesting because I thought that the messages that were coming through for this reading were different. I was thinking I would be channeling different techniques on how to reprogram our subconscious mind field. We can do like 40 days challenges or like certain meditations, certain practices we can be doing. But actually, the whole energy of the whole reading was very different. So this is actually the divine stepping in to let us know that there is a different way of doing things. There is a different way of approaching certain things. And the way that the divine is wanting us to approach healing or reprogramming our subconscious, it's in a very playful way. With the energy of the dolphin baby and the dolphin, this is very much talking about having a very childlike approach when it comes to healing ourselves. Like, for example, if we notice a pattern in our subconscious, for example, a pattern where we are always afraid of speaking up, where we are always afraid of maybe talking in front of people, like we always get super nervous when the spotlight is being put on us. Instead of seeing this as a problem and then maybe doing a 40 days challenge to get rid of that, actually really allowing it to teach us or to share something about their nature. Like this pattern is we're basically wanting to get to know that pattern like we would be getting to know a child's friend. So for example, instead of seeing this pattern as something negative that we need to get rid of, actually approaching it like we would approach a little child. Like, okay, wow, so there is this fear. Tell me more about it. So where is this coming from? And having a lot of compassion while doing it, not being critical with ourselves, not beating ourselves down, but really trying to get to know our subconscious. And this can actually literally be by calling in your inner self, calling in your inner child, and allowing them to have the space to speak. And mostly it's just that. Mostly it's just your inner child wanting to come forth to say, well, actually, I don't really feel comfortable to speak up. And instead of like not listening to that and trying to force yourself to do like meditations and stuff to get rid of that, it's actually, that's not the purpose of it. The purpose is to allow your inner child to express their fears to you. And if you're there to hold space with that for compassion, then you don't even need to do the 40 days challenge in order to get rid of that pattern, because you are listening to your inner child, you're giving them the space to be heard. And then they are not afraid anymore because they feel seen, like, oh wow, my fears are being acknowledged, they are being seen, like maybe I don't need to be afraid anymore, maybe it's okay to open up. And this is how we then change the approach. And this is why other kinds of messages have been coming through, like pile number 2 was more about understanding that it is already healed. And in this pile, I thought I would be channeling the different ways of healing our subconscious mind field, but actually Spirit is saying, no, there is a better way to do it. There is a different way of approaching it. Actually, just by looking at it in a different way, it's already healing in a completely different way. It's about, again, transcending this mindset that there is something wrong with us, transcending this mindset that there is something that we need to fix, to looking at it through the eyes of compassion and holding space for it and allowing it to be for what it is. And then it can transmute on its own accord. And then we can truly heal, instead of pushing ourselves through a challenge or to force ourselves to hear like affirmations. That I never resonated with that, with listening to affirmations, because it feels very mechanical. And that's why I never really listened. Like, I know for some of you it's definitely working. I know many people are listening to affirmations regularly to reprogram the subconscious, but again, this very much feels in a way forcing ourselves to think differently, forcing ourselves into a new program by listening to it every single day. This feels very forced. And that's why Spirit is actually coming through to let us know that there is no need for that. The only thing that is necessary is to hold space for our inner child with compassion, to hold space for all these patterns with compassion, also to have compassion for our past self. Maybe we have been going through a lot of darkness and pain, and instead of like just wanting to get over that, just wanting to release that pain, actually also holding space for that pain, holding space for the parts of yourself that were suffering. And really just like being there, and with the new man, this is talking about, yes, the enlightened masculine, holding space for ourselves. That is the greatest teaching of them all. Even Buddha said that reaching enlightenment is not about reaching to the higher spheres and like learning about the nature of the angelic realms and all of that. That's one part of it. But reaching enlightenment is actually learning to reparent ourselves, learning to be the source of love that we maybe never had, and finding that love within. So maybe if you grew up as a child who never had the support that you deserved, or you never felt nurtured in the way that you deserved it, you actually reach enlightenment by providing to yourself the thing that you were always lacking. So if you felt a lack of support from your parents, and you are able to find that support system within yourself, this is enlightenment actually, because you are enlightening to the fact that you are the source of that love. You're enlightening to the fact that you are the source of support within yourself, that the support or the divine or love is not coming from the outside, but it's actually coming from the inside. So it's actually about providing to yourself internally everything that you felt that was lacking in the outside world. And this is again taking the shift, like shifting from the outside to the inside. No longer focusing on what is lacking in the outside world, but focusing within and understanding that, oh, actually, there is a reason why I felt unsupported. And it's not because of me, it's because my lineage felt that way. And so I just needed to feel the pain, to heal it, to hold space for it with love. And this is how it's then transmuting. So with the Six of Cups, again, approaching all of our patterns, approaching all of our tendencies and blockages and fears and restriction through the eyes of unconditional compassion. This is something that we really need to learn, because it's not easy to be compassionate, especially with ourselves, especially when we feel that there is fear, because it's very easy to then be self-critical, or like to say, why are you fearful all the time when someone tries to ask you something, or like why, instead of like talking down to us, instead of approaching these things as a problem again, approaching them like a little child. So if a little child is afraid to speak up, would we be cruel to them? Would we shout to them? Would we say like, you should actually be speaking up? We would be approaching them with love and with patience and allowing them to really express themselves. And again, if you grew up in an environment where this was never given to you, then you first need to learn to do this on your own, to be your own support system, to be your own source of love, your own source of nurturing, loving care. And this is painful. This is super painful, because the first thing we see is actually all the times we didn't have that. All the times we didn't have the support. We didn't feel nurtured. We didn't feel seen. We didn't feel heard. And then obviously it's painful. It's seriously painful to face these shadows and to face these emotions. And that's why very often we are, instead of going directly to face these emotions, we might think we need to do like a plant medicine journey and to do a 40 days challenge and a meditation and this and that in order to create all this excess noise, where actually maybe that's not even necessary. It's just creating even more chaos, even more information, even more things that are then piling up. Whereas the actual thing that was necessary was just to listen to your inner child and allow them to be heard and seen. And this is how we then change the way we approach our subconscious. It's by allowing the subconscious to talk to us, instead of us needing to forcefully reprogram it in a way that we think is necessary for us. Mostly it's not even necessary, you know. Some blockages are even here for a reason. Like maybe it's part of your soul's journey to let go of this blockage. And then obviously you need to face this fear, you need to face this blockage in a very compassionate way. And this is why it is talking about temperance. Temperance is also this energy of alchemization. So you're really coming in as someone who is initiated into the mysteries of alchemy. But with the magician coming up, this is actually talking about magic. So in ancient times, there was no distinction between religion, science, spirituality, and healing. Like it was all one and the same. And that teaching was magic. Magic is the teaching of how we are creator beings. Magic is the teaching of how we are magicians, how we are divine creator beings, creating our reality through our actions, how we are creating our reality through our minds, through our thoughts, through the things that are actually stored in our mind field, which is not only the conscious mind field, but also the subconscious and unconscious. So in order to manifest a life that is in alignment with this dolphin energy, with this energy of being playful, of basically living like a fairy tale, living a life where we are embodying our magic, where we are embodying our divinity, and where it's much easier, much more playful. It really has to do with facing our subconscious fears, reprogramming our subconscious, but in a way like we would approach our inner child, in a way like we would talk to our inner child. And then obviously no life is perfect, no life is like a fairy tale. So there will always be challenges, there will always be new opportunities to grow. But the thing is, it's just about having a different approach with that. Because if we approach every roadblock by looking at it as if it was a problem to be conquered or something to be challenged or something to be, yeah, it's like super tiring in a way. It's super tiring if we approach all of our challenges like something that we need to conquer with this unbalanced masculine energy. But it's actually by having this light-hearted approach, by actually knowing that everything is already healed, by looking at it from a different perspective with the temperance, and this is what is allowing the situation to alchemize and almost heal on its own accord. Because with the Nine of Pentacles, I'm being made to feel part of the innovation that you're bringing in. Because with this Queen of Swords energy, definitely the energy of being innovative with something, especially when it comes to your inner wisdom, the wisdom that you have gathered throughout your experience, like something that you're bringing in is gonna bring a lot of results in a way. So if you work as a healer, then the way you heal is gonna help countless of people. If you are a writer, the thing that you're gonna write is gonna inspire so many people. Like whatever you do, whatever you share, as a result of your own healing journey, as a result of your own journey of reconnecting with your inner child and your reprogramming your subconscious, the way you did it is gonna help you not only reach financial abundance with the Nine of Pentacles, more than enough, but it's also helping other people to do the same. Like you're really meant to be some sort of an inspiration. Like your journey is meant to be heard. Your journey is meant to be seen. Everything that you went through, all the challenges, they were actually here to add to your story, to add expertise, to add new layers, like to really, because you are again coming in as someone who is really committed to heal. And again, healing is not only about healing ourselves, but healing the entire collective. And that's why you are meant to have a big impact with your art or whatever you're doing, whatever you're sharing, your writing, your teachings, whatever. But it's the treasure of your experience. And knowing that your experience is your deepest treasure, and if you are able to approach all parts of yourselves with this dolphin energy, with this compassionate energy, then you're absolutely invincible. Because I'm being made to feel if there is a critic, then it's only you. We are our worst critic. We are our own worst inner demon in a way. Like this is the voice of like doubts or like not believing in our worth. But again, knowing that this is not coming from you. This is not your soul's truth. Because the enlightened masculine, again, regardless of gender, the enlightened masculine is the higher self embodiment. When we live life from that place of, then our soul is our inner pole. Living life from a place where our soul is our inner pole, where our soul is our stability, where we don't need a man in our life to provide us with stability, but the man in our life is our soul, the divine masculine, our inner fire, basically. And if that is our support system, if our soul is our support system, then we are absolutely invincible. Because then we don't rely on anything outside of ourselves for stability, anything outside of ourselves for healing or feeling whole. Because we understand that wholeness is within. We understand that we already are healed, and we understand that the stability, that which truly provides us with eternal stability, is the eternal flame, is our eternal soul, the eternal spark of the divine within ourselves. And you come in with this inherent wisdom. You come in with this enlightened wisdom. That's why you come in as an ascended master or a healer or someone who is meant to teach. Because what you embody is being the magician, being that divine expression. And again, the way you do it, the way you heal, the way you manifest is super unique. With the Nine of Pentacles, this is the innovation that you bring in. This is the new way of healing, the new way of doing whatever you're doing. And this is exactly what is needed for the whole of humanity, to heal. Because again, you know that the healing of humanity is also your own healing. And that's why you're so committed to help. That's why you're so committed to, yes, to follow your dharma, basically. To follow your dharma, and it's okay to do it in a playful way. Like you have so much help from the other side of the veil. Like I'm really strongly being taken also to Lemurians, Pleiadians, Syrians, like all these angelic beings, all these masters, all these, they're basically here not only cheering on to you, but they're actually helping you do the work, helping you let go of this ancestral karma, helping you embody more gentleness, more sweetness, more kindness, and to really helping you be radically and unconditionally accepting of self and accepting of life as it is. Like if we truly unconditionally accept ourselves as we are, with all the shadows and all the goods and all the bads, then this is what is paving the way for being vulnerable. Like it's opening the way for the collective to be comfortable in sharing the emotions. Because obviously if we have been made to feel bad about our, let's say, shadow, then the shadow will never come to the surface. If it's covered by all these layers of guilt and hiding away, then it will never come to the surface. That's why we want to be friendly even with our shadow, and to be friendly even with our fears. Because when we make them feel comfortable to come up, then they can come up, they can be seen, and to be released once for all. But then again, with the Ten of Swords, you are meant to release the karma once for all. That's why you're here. You have already healed. You have already ascended. You have already done the work. And now it's just about allowing the third dimension to catch up. This is how it is in this realm. Like, things take time to manifest. Things take time to heal. But energetically, on a soul level, it is already done. And that's why it's okay to play. It's okay to relax. And we don't need to force ourselves to do too much excessive work. And this comes back to the thing of looking at it from a different perspective. When we think of ourselves, we are actually already healed. Then there is nothing for us to heal. So instead of like attacking or like really focusing on the pattern that needs to heal, we're just transcending the duality of healed and unhealed. Where we understand that our nature is wholeness, our nature is oneness. And that is the enlightened masculine. That is what is New Earth, basically, that we all understand that we are already healed, that we all understand that we are our soul, actually. So we are wanting to allow our soul to speak. We're wanting to allow our inner child to speak. Like, our inner child, in a way, is our subconscious mind field. Because our subconscious mind field, that's where the wounded parts of ourselves are stored. And that is, yes, the inner child of this lifetime, but also all the inner children of all of our lifetimes. Every time we have been hurt or wounded, that's the inner child trying to speak with us. So we are wanting to approach it again as if we would be talking to our child. How are you feeling today? Or you're afraid of speaking up? Let me know more about it. Tell me how you feel about it. And this is how we then learn to love ourselves and to really hold space for ourselves with compassion. And then we can fully accept certain things. And then if we have fully accepted maybe the fear of showing up, then there is no need for it to be there anymore, because again, we have transcended that fear. And this is the way we are healing nowadays. Like, it's completely putting the focus back to our spiritual essence. Like, all the healing, that's what I always say. There is no normal healing, like conventional medicine, and spiritual healing. Like, healing is spiritual. Like, the only true healing is spiritual healing. And all the rest, energy healing and medications and all of that, that's a result of it, or that's then later on. But healing happens always on a spiritual level, because healing means that we are reconnecting with our soul. Healing means that we understand that we are already healed, we are already whole, we are already divine. And then obviously letting go of all the voices that are telling us otherwise. And all these voices that are trying to tell us otherwise are fears of these wounded parts of ourselves, where we have been wounded, maybe as a child or in ancient times. But then again, if we hold space for that, if we allow that part to be seen and expressed, then it's transmuted, then it's gone, then it's merging back with oneness again, merging back with wholeness and healing again. And that's the work what we're doing basically, not just you personally in your life, but that's what's happening on a collective level. This acceleration of healing, like that's why all of humanity needs to change. Like there is this myth that there are only, I don't know, 144,000 light workers, which is not the case, because every soul who is here right now is contributing to the healing of humanity. And yes, there are light workers who are channeling wisdom, who are doing the actual work, but also the other souls who maybe are still in the darkness, maybe are still repeating the same old patterns, they are also contributing to the shift, but in their very own way. So we are not wanting to call them sheep, or we are not wanting to think that we are more better than anyone else if we are already further on our path. Like this is then where spiritual ego comes in, or where the split again comes in, and all these false light teachings of that there are only a certain amount of light workers doing the work, or there is only a certain amount of people who is going to ascend. Like everything that is perpetuating separation is not grounded in truth. And also, even in the starseed community, like there is a separation when it comes to I'm Andromedan, I am Pleiadian, I'm from there. Like we are all the stars. We are all the humans that have ever lived. We are all the stars that have ever existed. We are the whole universe. And everything that makes us believe that we are separate from anything, that is grounded in untruth. Because truth is oneness, truth is unity, truth is union, wholeness and healing. The illusion is separation. The illusion is that there is one and the other, this category of people and that category of people, the enlightened ones and the sheep. But that's not how it works, because we are all enlightened. We all come from source. We are all healed. And everything that is perpetuating separation, this is what needs to be healed. So everywhere where there is a group of people thinking that they are better than someone else, this is where healing needs to be done. The same thing with how the government works. There is a certain group of people who thinks they have more power onto the collective. That's also not the case, because we are our source of power. The source of power is within. And the more people understand that we are the source of our own power, then we don't need oppressive power systems trying to take the power away from us. These oppressive systems are only here because people are giving their power away. That's why they are showing up, so that we can learn how to reclaim our power, how to internalize the power instead of externalizing it. But then once we have reclaimed our power, there is no need for oppressive governmental systems anymore. Because the whole purpose of the block was actually here to help us reconnect with our power and to help us understand that we are already whole. And this is how we heal, by changing the perspective of how we look at certain things. Because it is true that only by changing the way we look at something, the thing in itself is already changing. And this is the teaching of the magician. The magician knows that by changing their consciousness, they can have an influence on the web of creation. And that's the same for us. By changing the way we look at healing, then the healing is already taking place. And this is how powerful we are. This is how powerful our mind is. And this is why we're wanting to get to know our mind, by talking at it like we would be talking to our child's friend. And this is how we bring in more flow, more ease, and just this relaxing energy there is this energy of a big, big sigh of release, of relief, but not only for you, but for all of humanity. Like, oh, finally, we're able to play again. Finally, we're able to embody our divinity again without being persecuted or without having to be afraid. And this is why right now it's such a powerful time of accelerated healing. With the Eight of Wands, we have chosen to face so much shadows and so much darkness in this lifetime because we have chosen a fast path. We could have gone through the same experiences, but throughout the lifespan of many, many, many lifetimes. But we have chosen the fast path to do it all at once. That's why we maybe have been facing a lot of challenges. But right now with the 10, the cycle is over. And every fear that is still trying to perpetuate, or everything that is still trying to hold on the status quo, it's just a ripple of the ancient times that it's about to be released right now. Like, it's already done, basically. The third dimension is just trying to catch up with the healing that has already been taking place in a higher realm. And that's why with this Eight of Wands, like, there is only progression from here. Like, things are only getting better from here. We have already gone through the pain. We have already gone through the darkness. The 10, it's over now. And that's why it's okay to lay our sword down and to really, really enjoy and allow our life to unfold in a way that it was always meant to be. From the very beginning on, like, the purpose of creation was for us to be this playful dolphin swimming in the spirit water. We were not meant to be suffering like the 10 of Swords for all of our lives. This is part of our becoming, but we are here to be spirit dolphins, to play and to smile and to share our flow. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. So this was your message for today. I really hope you resonated with the messages. Please let me know if you did. And also, if you feel the call to schedule a personal reading, I'm also offering personal readings, so you can reach out to me at any time. And again, I hope you are thriving. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye, much love.